This is AQA News and these are the latest headlines regarding GCSEs. Exam boards have just released advanced information for millions of students across the UK with not much clarity given. In fact, in the studio today we have Ahmed who will be talking about exactly what's just happened and what students should do next. Hope you guys enjoyed that kind of weird intro, but yeah, many of you may be wondering, now that our GCSE exams have changed again, what should we do next after this? And how does this impact us as students doing GCSEs this year? In this video, I'll also be kind of linking whether I think students should start revising now or not, or when it is the best time to. So think of this video as a massive update video on all things GCSE. So there's like a lot to get through this video, so I'm just gonna start off with general things. General things everyone probably knows by now, exams are definitely going ahead, 90 to 95% guarantee at this point, and I'll get much clearer as we head closer to exams. We'll have a reduced number of contents as talked about in the advanced information, which timestamps are below, so feel free to skip around if that doesn't apply to you. And the other thing is the exams will be marked a bit more generously this year, so more generously than 2019 but less than 2020 and 2021 in order to make it easier for us. That's honestly why I think it's probably in most people's best interest to start revising for exams either in half term or just after half term, because honestly, even if you don't have March mocks, it's actually easier for you because you can do light revision up to maybe April, then ramp it up a bit with a bit more heavier revision, and then maybe timed past papers in mid to late April to May. But for people who do have March mocks like me, I'm going to treat them as kind of the real thing and good practice, because even though we are having real exams this year, they're just good exam practice in the end. So that's one thing to consider. Time to go over advanced information. I'll be going through OCR, AQA and Edexcel. Won't be doing every subject for every exam board because it's really easy to check out yourself. The links will be to each advanced information in the description below, but I'll be going through a few and a large variety of subjects in different exam boards so you can just see how it is for each one. Yeah, so let's get into that. Let's start off with AQA. I'm not going to go through everything that's changed for each subject because then this video would be like an hour long, but I'll go through a variety of subjects for each exam board so that you guys can see the rest in your own time. So for AQA, the first thing that comes up on their website is talking about GCSE 2022 exam changes. It's really easy to find the subject you're looking for. So let's start off with AQA Maths, because I do that at school. You can see that there's a link to a formula sheet as well as soon as you click on it, but immediately there's some bullet points for the advanced information when you scroll down. You can see that you have separate information for both papers and tiers, but as my maths teacher said, it's not that helpful because there's a full revision list with everything below, so you might as well revise it. But all those topics are definitely topics of more focus in the paper, so maybe it's not too bad. The other subjects I'll check out for AQA are English Literature and Language. Literature has some amazing information on how we actually get 15 minutes longer than normal with reduced marks, and they have a breakdown of things that will come up. But there's no actual information on anything else for English because the exam boards think it isn't as necessary as it is for other subjects like science. Now I'm going to be heading over to the Edexcel website and checking out triple science and how it's changed. Okay, so you can see for biology, all the topics that are in the paper have been labelled clearly for both tiers and papers. But one thing to take note is that further up it does mention synoptic questions, and you may be wondering exactly what that means. So essentially what those are is they aren't the big questions anymore that exam boards might have sneaked in before, but they're just more smaller ones like 1 or 2 markers that try and catch people out. So as I mentioned with maths, just prioritize the things listed as important. So one thing to consider is major and minor focus. Major focus is the topics that are definitely going to come up in the exam, and minor focus is the ones that won't come up as much or may come up in the synoptic questions. For chemistry and physics, it's exactly the same thing for Edexcel, with clear information being given and that fine print, which is actually quite bold, they're trying to catch out people with. That's essentially Edexcel, and while it's really clear for triple science, I will say that compared to AQA, it does take a few more seconds to search for it. That's kind of just like an extra thing, so it's not that important. Now let's go on to OCR. So lastly, I'm probably going to check OCR computing, because why not? It's again really easy to access what they have in that exam. Feel free to pause the video to read if you find that interesting and do OCR computing, but I hope that's given you an easier insight into how to access information for each subject and exam board and what impact this makes to what you should revise and not revise as much. Essentially, it's great for science because now we can prioritize certain topics over others if more relevant or not. Yeah, so again, I really hope that it's helped you guys out and that now it's a bit more clearer how exams are changing with this advanced information that we just got. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I really hope it helps you out with GCSE changes and what to revise as much or not so much this year. But for my final thoughts, I think while we have been given good advanced information, it isn't maybe as clear as some people might have liked, but it's better than nothing, so you can definitely use it to your advantage in the exams. Thanks again for watching, and please like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel. As of when I'm filming this, we're only about 152 subscribers away from 1,000, which has always been a big dream of mine. So I have to thank you guys for the support and how quickly we've grown over these past few months. I did say last week that this video would be a collab, but luckily that's still coming next week, so stay tuned for that. That's it for this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week with a brand new one. Bye for now.